Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Airy Sky Rita Lee's video blog. I'm Airy Sky, also known as Krabby McCoffee. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe. And if you a comer backer, welcome. So, damn fucking stupid ass motherfucker. No, hey, guess what? We ain't listening to Dolly Parton violating the copyright laws because you can't even fucking do things right. I mean, can you believe that about this freaking thing? If you're a comer backer, welcome. If you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up button. It's the thing I can't stand about this damn thing. First, you think it makes your life a little more easier, then it doesn't. Now, so how shall we continue with what's going on this morning? So, I want to get the coffee grinder out of the way and prioritizing. You know what I don't like about that formula of coffee sometimes? The milk ratio. I like my milk ratio. So last night I had a couple cups of milk, watched some TV. I was going to watch a movie today on my computer. My back holds out. Not getting any younger, so you guys are wondering prioritizing. What's that? Well, I want to share with you the coffee machine, okay? I got up this morning, right? And I decided to grind up some coffee. Now, I like fresh whole bean coffee when you have it. As you can see, let me just show you this, right? Higgins will probably come up with some wisecrack thing like, oh, well, you just got to fix it, right? First of all, this is what happens when you accumulate 30 years of crap, right? Let me explain what's going on. You see the crack there? Yeah, see right there? There's a crack, right? Now, what if I showed you the inside where this piece here is flush, but everything else is broken, see? Or what about the screw holes, right? If you look at the screw holes, right, they're broken, right? Inside the screw holes here, and here are broken, both screw holes, right? Now, when you grind coffee, apparently when you grind coffee, I gotta tell you the story. When you grind coffee, right, it usually grinds up and they have the little slit for the motor. Well, apparently, if you don't look closely, some coffee grinders have residue in the bottom. That's residue, by the way. So not only does that, if you look at the plastic on the screws, look at that, this sheared off. So basically, as I was trying to, make coffee, this thing was spilling out stale coffee from months ago, and I knew about this. So basically, I figured, oh, this will work just fine, right? Nope. And all of a sudden, here we go. As you can see inside, that is coffee stacked up in the inside. I mean, here, let me see if I can do it this way for you guys, okay? All right, so if you look, right, see all that coffee in there? That's just coffee, right? Now, the motor's covered in coffee, the other part's covered in coffee. I mean, literally, this whole thing is covered in coffee. You can see the sides are covered. I mean, this is accumulating of 30 years, right? The screws are broken. I mean, this is one of those priority things where you look into a coffee grinder for once. You guys get to see an actual grinder, and you say to yourself, well, does it work? Well, stupid ass moron, I didn't ask for anything. See, look at that. So, when you look in the coffee grinder, right, you ask yourself, is it safe? Well, I wouldn't take any chances. I mean, Chloe could plug it in. It probably could catch a fire. I mean, with that much coffee near a towel or a paper plate, I wouldn't trust it. You see, the panel can't be done. You could use super glue maybe, but that would mean eventually see, what's happened is over the years, the coffee's grown to the heated up and So I'll show you what this does, okay? So you move this, right? Then you do this, right? Okay. So then you can see it's trying to work its way out, right? So what I got to do is I got to go next month, prioritize, get a coffee grinder, which means this month I'm going to have to prep. Preppers always has got to prep, I can tell you 30 years ain't bad for this jalopy, but still. I remember talking to people back in the day. They say you need a quality grinder that will basically not leak on the bottom. And I thought, I guess the coffee grinders like this, I could always have Higgins look it up for me. He does all coffee grinders leak. I mean, literally, he would just be like, "Oh, you need to do something with the screws, right?" Fortunately, first you gotta line them up, which is here, right? And then after you line them up, you gotta hope like hell you can double line this so it holds in. And then you double line it like this, see? And then it'll still fall because, that's why you gotta. So even if you say you wrap this all the way around to the shortest point possible, right? You can officially say your coffee. Officially say your coffee grinder is good as toast. I'll have Higgins look into it. What would be an official coffee grinder? When you fill up every hole you can, right? This is an experiment. See? You couldn't even hold it. Even the bottom's coming out. All you're doing is creating, So unless you want to screw the bottom in, right? Anyways, we'll talk about this later. So I got up this morning, right? Thinking about having a good day. And all of a sudden I hear, there's not enough coffee. So I say, okay, I'll grind some more. So I grind it up. Not much. I ground up just enough for probably Monday. Then I hear, well, I'm going to have to go out and buy coffee then with my money. Really? For someone who spent all their money already and is panicked about being homeless, sure have some type of plan coming down the pipe, right? So then I said, how about that lotto ticket, right? And of course, she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything about it. So apparently, let's look at this. Okay, so you got 219. Someone won the Mega Millions last night. So, I guess, yeah. So Mega Millions was someone won the Mega Millions. Yeah. Hold on. So it's told New York. Okay, good for New York. So apparently went to 20 million. So Powerball is tonight, followed by See, listen to this. Have you ever seen this? 219 million jackpot, right? But you only get 119.7 after you win it with taxes, and then 20 million options, 10.6 million. Makes you wonder if the government's really just greedy, and then they, Higgins emails me about things. First of all, if I gotta listen to that little weenie head telling me outright about blue cheese, again, let me just tell you for the record, since Higgins doesn't watch my channel, I hate blue cheese. So, now, I got a couple things to share with you this morning. So, I was browsing the net last night. So, anywho, so I was looking around, right? And I was in bed. And I think it's cheddar cheese they're using, Higgins, for the brats, all right? So I get up this morning, right? And I hear, right? I'll tell you what happened, all right? I got to tell you a story, all right? So last night I'm sitting there, right? And I hear, how much did you take out of my account? How much did you take out of my account? How much did you take out of my account? How much did you take out of my account? Right? Hey, Kane. So then all is said, and I said, none. I would have, but I know you needed the money, right? Well, apparently she turns around this morning out to get anger and says, the manager doesn't want me here. She told me to my face. Managers have been avoiding. Then she tells me, how you doing, Kane? Then she tells me the neighbor upstairs wants her out and hates her guts out. It's good for people like you are off the island, blah, 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 right? So again, I said, oh, that's interesting. How you doing, Kane? So then all of a sudden, I turned around and I sat in bed. I went to the bathroom first, right? And then this is what happened this morning, okay? Usually, everyone being a person of great happiness, I had a small temper flare up, which is very rare that I have a temper flare up. You know, being who I am, I'm basically very in control, right? So I had a temper flare up this morning myself, which is very rare. And I literally turned around, right? Coffee grinder broke. Got to get a new one of those. I'm going to have to find, anyways, I'll email Higgins about the coffee grinder thing later. I just want to tell you guys a story, okay? And, people ask me all the time about what I do in the morning besides coffee, right? So minded my own morning, right? Get out of bed. I use the bathroom. And I have this temper flare up. Yeah. Usually I don't snap, right? So I turned around, right? And I finally, literally, verbally let Chloe have it verbally. I said, listen here, you princess little freaking wannabe whore who dresses like a slut. I said, no one wants you around because your temper. Chloe looked at me and said, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I said, that's all you're defensive. What's next? You gonna call Antifa on me? She says, please touch me. I'm gonna call Antifa on my mama, right? So, turned around. And I said, 6 days. I made a big Easter dinner and leftovers. What are you doing? You're freaking cleaning one pan in the tub. cleaning it, by the way, washing it down, making chili out of it, then letting it go back in the sink. Flies are buzzing everywhere, and all you sit there and. So what happens then? I finally verbally said, look, you're too disabled. You don't want to admit you're too disabled. Maybe it's time for you to go to a hospital. And she snapped, saying, I'm not going to the Catholic hospital. Well, you got cash. I gave you cash. Just work your way to the hospital. And then because of her temper tantrum, she decides, well, I'm going to do the dishes now. 6 days later, after I literally say, look, hey, so how you doing, Kane? So anyways, what happens? So my big brother messages me today, right? And so he emails me about his mom's doggy. Dog is having a visitor, MSU vet. It's always got to be some university, Hell yeah. Well, maybe the little guy who's like 13 years old had a stroke. I mean, can someone think about that? Doggy El Perro has strokey. So this morning, right, I turned around and I literally let Chloe have it. I said, you freaking lie, you cheat, you steal. You don't have any money every month. You use everyone else's money. When you can't use their money, you scream and yell. I said it is the 15th of the month. I needed to go to the tobacco shop on the 4th. You made it the end of the month, and every time you do, it costs me more money. I'm so disabled. That was her card this morning. Well, if you're too disabled, go get a payee and go to a group home. I want more than $75. And then she told me to F off again. So I was like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm not. I mean, literally, I told her there's the door. Get her baggies and pack them. Well, I don't have the proper suitcases. Well, I don't have the proper clearance of money much more if you basically turn around and, think about it. Poor dog. I'm going to have to pray for the dog. Hold on. Here we go. I'm looking for a breeder of doggies. Okay. Let me look. All right, so let me see what they got here. I'm looking at breeds. I just want to see what goes on. Probably not on that one. That one, maybe. I'm just looking. There's like top 10, so I'm opening up a couple. So, yeah, I mean, literally. And then this morning, she looks at me, and I finally snapped when it came to, okay, what we got here? Cool. All right. Wow. Hmm. Okay, so a lot of these people, Yep. So I got up this morning and, I was cranky, and I said, so look at all these things. You've got a $500 non-refundable deposit that is a reservation fee, and if they deny you, they keep your $500 anyways. So they make the freaking freeloaders. Does it even say pricing? Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. So apparently they're like, trying to tell you how much. So, anyways, you got all these people, and they're like, oh, yes, and, how much do you want to do? What's the rules? And you're like, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Oh. Yes, here we go. I might email me this. Okay. All right, so I will email this to me, and then I will go back to what I'm talking about. Okay, so anyways, I minded my own business, right? And anyways, I had a brain fart. So she turns around, to go to her room. She's like, well, Manhattan tanks, I said, okay, whatever. That's my way of saying, Right. Anyways, to do this, let's see. I want one of those. Yes. All right. So I emailed myself the link so I can look at it later. Works, right? Yeah. Same company, it seems. So I figured I would, talk about my goal, right? So look at these little doggies today. So I turned around, right? And I said to her last night, I'm not going to have any money left if you keep fucking up, right? Well, I'm not fucking up, right? Really? So I said to her, really? You got a temper tantrum because I speak the truth about your temper. I said, when am I ever going to get anything for myself? Right? Well, son of a bitch turns around and is like, well, I'm going to take Moppy with me. Well, go for it. You want to take Moppy with me? Go for it. See, she wants to frickin' sit here and be the dictator, right? Well, I'm going to do this now. Look what she did to him. She won't even take care of him. And then the manager who gave us a roll of garbage bags somewhere around here, right here it is, right? These large bags, right? And what am I supposed to do with them? I'm supposed to fill up the cans with them, right? One at a time. And I can find the bag. And then I was told I was blind and retarded, right? For a guy who's feeling my hides my hearing aid, that's a compliment. There we go. And then they say, oh, well, you're discriminating against me because you think I'm a man in a dress. Really? That's funny because most trannies, I think, are men in dresses. Or taking the opinion, men in skirts. But, so I had my argument, right? And I told this son of a bitch, I said, look, you turn around and you claim you're a real woman, right? I did all the cooking. Every time Easter, Thanksgiving, I did the cooking. What do? You fucking sit there. Whatever it is you do. And then, see, I'm making fun of them. I'm not belittling them, just making fun of them. And yet, they turn around. And you got to ask yourself, where the hell, right? Remember the other day we were doing a math quiz or something, and I said, "Oh, this is juicy, right?" It was 500 and oh, okay, so it's like $720, right? $720 left over after bills, right? I think it's like $520 or something after the internet and the electric bill or something. But anyways, it's like 1100. Oh yeah, 1100 minus whatever, right? And then the internet and then that, right? So it should be like 600, 650 left over in cash, right? So she could spend. So it is approximately the 15th of the month, right? Where's her money going? Why is she, right? There's people out there telling me that she's buying excessive amounts of booze and drugs and then turning around stealing mine, thinking, oh, well, Rita's too retarded. She doesn't need it, right? So I said to her this morning, I said, look, I'm living in a group where you cheat and you steal. And she's like, I don't steal. Really? Where's my receipts? Can you went back to the old ways? Well, so to me it was a argument. And so the point being is Chloe. Listen here, Mr. or Mrs. Mint. You don't even know the whole damn story. They evicted themselves, and then you say poor Chloe. No, not poor Chloe. Poor me. She literally told the manager to fuck off 4 weeks ago. The manager said enough's enough and evicted her. She's out in 14 days. Actually, 15 days. So by the time you say, oh, poor Chloe, no, it's not poor Chloe. You want Chloe's mom's email? She basically said Chloe made her bed. She can lie. Excuse me for 1 second. I got to use the bathroom. I'm not done yet. I'm not going to have you guys sit there and say poor Chloe. No, not poor Chloe. It's great. Don't tell me my damn can's missing again. Yep, seems it's missing again. Trying to turn around the damn thing. Oh, here it is. Be right back. Okay. So, anyways, I'm going to tell this person here who just joined us that the manager evicted Chloe. Who's poor Chloe? No, it's not poor Chloe. It's good Chloe. You got your ass evicted. Woohoo, way to go. Your temper flared up to the point of what? So, to me, I don't consider poor Chloe, who's basically lazy, no for good for nothing, is a thief, steals, lies, cheats, won't give me my receipts. Detectives are saying half the stuff on my order bills at the store don't come in because she's buying booze on my money. And then she spends, let's just say, almost $1,100 in less than 2 weeks. Where's that money going? Poor Chloe? No. You know what? Let me just tell you something. You come onto my channel to be a troll, maybe it's time for you to realize that it's not poor Chloe. Because no one gives a shit about Chloe on this island. Chloe turns around and steals from people. Steals, lies, cheats. Spends everyone's money. Throws a fit. Claims they're a real woman. A real woman doesn't turn around and jerk off all the time. A real woman does their chores, their everything. A real woman knows many things. No. It's not poor Chloe. It's poor Rita for basically seeing Chloe spend all her money. And then complains that she needs money to get to the hospitals because she doesn't have it. Where's her money going? It's Someone needs to explain it, so. Yeah. Oh, that looks nice. Let me see that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's all, yeah. Sorry, peeps. I'm thinking. Mm. All right, sorry about that. Had to send a quick message out to something. So last night I was watching a documentary on the Titanic. It wasn't bad at all, you know. It's pretty good. So a lot of you people out there say poor Chloe. Well, let me put it this way: Chloe got offered a group home. She told them to fuck off. Chloe offered a state apartment. She told them to fuck off. Chloe got this. I got a letter basically stating they would close their case, you know, because Chloe told them to fuck off. Got a letter right here. It says you got till the 15th of the month, quote unquote. And then Chloe told them before then to fuck off. Well, I need more than 70. Really? So currently the government's looking at the fact that she owes me $75,000. Second thing is the government's wondering how she has to, she can't live on $2,000, $1,100 a month. No. Sorry, everyone. I'm having a little laugh. Okay, I kind of laugh from time to time on issues. Okay, so a lot of people out there they message. I had a couple people message me. Oh, yeah, that reminds me before I do my pinch, right? So I'm supposed to be getting these set up, right? That's the other purchase I got coming in next week by Amazon, right? So I told the son of a bitch, literally, that they need to order Amazon. They don't want to order anything from Amazon. The shipping's too late. Their package might be stolen, right? So then a friend of mine emails me and says that they're afraid that he ordered Amazon even with cameras, then they could be the ones stealing. Literally stuff. What the hell? Ah, here we go. So anyways, the son of a bitch turns around. So that's the way it is. You know? So then some turd nugget comes and messages me saying, oh, you know, you're doing this against Chloe and doing that. Really? So let me put it this way. Oh, I'm making Chloe sicker, right? This was an email that came in the other day. Sorry, dude, I didn't make Chloe sicker. Chloe made herself sicker by not getting treatment. And now that she's been evicted, you can't sit there and tell me I made Chloe sicker, right? Her therapist came to my aid the other day and said, look, what you're doing is giving Rita a heart attack and stroke level stress. And yet you're basically turning around and not helping out. She said, what is those flies buzzing around here? Oh, well, you know, I can't do the dishes because I'm a real woman. And yet her therapist said, no, you're just a man in a dress thinking you're a woman. I could never give you lower surgery, is what she said, or a letter for it. You don't even basically do it. So I said, why not, right? Why not? So Chloe threw a fit and says, what's the point, right? Well, think of it this way. Point being is, right, all these people, poor Chloe. Really? Let's put that on the screen for everyone, because I'm actually thinking it'll be entertaining today. You got a troll with us. Mark was here with Zap, the son of a bitch. See, people tune into my channel, right? They email me and they say, "Oh, we're here to see the latest drama." There is no drama. What is Chloe going bye-bye soon. Chloe made her own bed. Poor Chloe. No, poor Chloe. Why don't you basically go and, point is, you can't do anything, oh, Chloe basically, you know what, her mom's already backing me up. Her mom basically knows what's going on. Chloe's not even willing to try anymore, Uh, So, anyways, my moderator emailed me on something, so it was interesting. They were saying, to be careful, and oh, you have, what, poor Chloe. No, you know what it is, poor Chloe. I'll tell you what it is. It's poor crap heads. Yeah, poor crap heads. So Higgins emails me, right? And he says, poor crap head. And then they email me and they're like, "Oh, you're making Chloe." Higgins was I asked him about the one thing, right? But anyways, so Chloe Course is sitting there, right? And let me tell you a story about Chloe, okay? Funny story. This is way too funny for you guys to ignore. So she turns around, right? And she turns around and no, so apparently Higgins called though. Funny Higgins, funny. So Higgins leaves this email that I finally read, right, through my email. It says, "I left a message for your butler." Oh my God, Higgins, you are funny. So people say poor Chloe. Oh, really, really, really. So, anyways, let me tell you a story this morning, okay? So 6 days, manager emails. Manager says, "I want the son of a bitch out. The neighbor, we can't rent that unit out till this place is fully clean, shampooed, and everything," right? I'm working on the shampooer now, right? And the manager said, "Thank you." Well, apparently everyone wants to back Chloe up, right? Chloe's not welcome. That's the thing. There are a few that are 20. They're also manual Nana. Brew coffee. Look, I need an electric grinder, Higgins, and I need a non-electric grinder. Well, you know what? I don't want something like that. I want something that's got the built-in cup. It's easier to clean. I think I'll choose a more expensive electric grinder, that has an actual hopper in the back for the beans and then goes into its own plastic cup. Like this Mr. Coffee here, this is perfect. 18 sets. Like, I want to look at the buttons though. It says you can grind up to 18 cups of coffee. So I just basically take the coffee beans, right? Medium drip. See, there you go. Medium drip coffee. Fine espresso, coarse, fresh press. See, that's perfect right there. See? I buy the the new version and the old version. Why? Because it is what I need. It's $45. Say, there we go. So I will put that into the and then he's like, "Oh, you might need a manual grinder too." Well, manual burr grinder is, I don't know. What you want is something that grinds coffee, right? Like this coffee grinder spice nut thing, But you don't want something, that's too expensive, But Higgins, he doesn't even think of this stuff until I come out and say, "Oh, here's the coffee," So, I'm gonna put this in my donation list just because it's easier for me to remember where I put it. So I got the donation list. I'm gonna put these in, and then I'm gonna find that coffee grinder real quick again. But the point is well, there we go. So I can remember it. I put it in the donation thing, and then I like the browsing history. I love the browsing history. All right, so see, that's what I want right there. So I want one of these. So, anyways, there we go. This works. So it's $45. Then I can grind up a coffee. There we go. So with everything going down, right? I want to tell you, I don't want anything so cheaper, but I don't want something that's, where you have the bottom holding things, and it looks like it's cheaply made for $20. So, anyways, let me tell you a story, okay? So Chloe turns around, right? And she literally turns and tells me outright that she won't be able to move due to the fact that she has not enough money. Hey, Kane, what's up, brother? A Keurig machine, yeah, I could. Yeah, you want to donate the Keurig machine, Kane? Because if you donate one to me, I'll use it. Otherwise, I'm buying a coffee grinder for $45. I don't think I want to spend money. You see, if I give Higgins the order to go find a Keurig machine, he will. Fortunately, that's another thing cluttering up my countertop. I mean, look, remember that green coffee maker I have in the back there? That green coffee maker, my friend, was given to me by Mama Fanny, who's a prepper on YouTube. Fortunately, Kane, Mama Fanny passed away February 12th. I'm not going to get rid of her coffee pot for, Anyways, let me tell you guys the story this morning, okay? And so, anyways, so Chloe gets paid, right? Gets paid. Right? Then turns around. Well, you know what? I'm gonna put this on the screen, Kane, just so anyone, I might make, Kane, you've been coming here for a while now. Maybe you'd like some moderating powers to kick this K Mint out. I know one of my moderators is messaging me right now saying, or maybe, poor Chloe, and it's not poor Chloe. No, it isn't. So I turned around and I told a friend of mine, right, that they lie, they cheat, and they steal, and they spend other people's money, right? So let me show you a story, okay? So they claim they don't have enough money for the month, right? $1,100, right? Let me show you something. Right? So let's do this, right? I want to show you something, right? We want one way, right? I already have money here, right? Some of it's just going to drain me dry, bleed me dry, right? So currently, right? Currently, the cheapest day for an airplane ticket is the 29th, right? 29th, if you buy today, right? 29th. Mm-hmm. All right, so it's $29. Let me show you this, okay? I'm going to show you this. I'm going to zoom in, right? I just want to zoom in for you guys to see this on screen share. I'm going to share with you, right? All right. Well, that's disability is what she gets is 1,100 hit cane. But she doesn't have, she's down to 50 the rest of the month. So let me just show you this, right? $29, right? She's got to be out by the 30th, right? This is Saturday, April 29th, right? Look at this. Right. $29, right? Keeps talking about going to, right? Or you can choose a different flight, right? Let me show you this, right? We're on 200, right? Look at this. So $29, right? $39, right? Look at this, $39, right? Again, when I can't fly Frontier because I can't have my bags, right? So every airline that she looks at, right? Well, I need my suitcases, I need my carry-ons, I need everything, right? So basically, where does she go, huh? Homeless? Because she couldn't manage her money? Maybe. But let me show you then. How about this, right? You can choose. Today's the 15th, right? 21st, $59. I think they have enough money for that, right? Again. Well, I can't fly on Frontier. See? Frontier. Cheaper you go, right? Well, I can't fly on Frontier. Well, the manager, let me tell you, poor Chloe. Chloe told the manager, as Kane knows this already, fuck off, right? Manager said enough's enough. So the sheriff's going to remove Chloe on the 30th. So who's the poor? So unless you have something nice to say, I wouldn't even bother with it. Now, I'm not done yet, right? Let me show you this. Okay. All right, so we're going to do this, right? Mount Vernon to Tempe, right? So they can leave by the 30th, right? So let's just say they leave 29th, right? 2 weeks from today, right? One way. Let's show you this. I'm sorry, I have not enough money. Plus $3.99 transaction fee. Oh, not to mention, you ready for this? Look at this. So, how many bags can I add? So, each bag, $20. So 2 and 1. So there you go. Excess baggage weight, $40. I don't have that kind of money. So someone spends $1,100 and then doesn't prep to leave. And then didn't want to pay the electric bill, doesn't want to pay the internet bill. They paid the electric bill, didn't want to pay their rent. So if they wanted to stay here till the 30th and not pay anything, then would that be considered being a freeloading mooch? So who's the poor who is poor? Yeah. So I do want to say I watched a nice video of the Titanic 111th anniversary. Yes. Yeah. So one of the things I want to share with you is the fact that all right. So anyways, so then I get up this morning, right? First thing I'm thinking to myself is my prepping channel, right? Prioritize. So now I got to get a new chair, a new coffee grinder, and then on top of all this, right? Ready for this? I got to go down to the pharmacy to get some more underwear and socks because all my quarters was used for poor Chloe. All my quarters. So this person here, this comes to my channel and tries to troll us. Poor Chloe, poor Chloe, poor Chloe. Yeah. Well, the thing is where's it going, Kane? You see, that's the question you got to ask him. Where the hell is it going, right? $184 in food stamps, right? A month. And that's gone. So I turn around, right? And I got to prioritize coffee grinder, chair, one of those bubble floor thingamabobs, steam cleaner, and a dish drainer. Which reminds me, I need to look for a dish drainer. I'm thinking about. I want to get rid of that dishwasher where Chloe leaves. Chloe destroyed the dishwasher, so. So what I'm looking for is something that's got good reviews. was hoping for some nice brand. Ooh, that one looks nice. It's double racked. Probably won't be able to fit anyways, but still. You know, I was looking for a dish rack. Ooh, that's nice. Too bad that won't fit above my thing. I get that one, you know. Drips right into the sink. I like that. That one's cool, man. This one's cool too. So, you know, you find some nice looking dish racks when you look. Ooh, that's cool too. Yeah, look at that. Anyways, there's a 2-tier dish rack. That would come in handy. Minute, you know, they're Sterilite. But you know what? This 2-tier one, I'm gonna add this to the donation list so I can remember. Ooh, they got green. I want the green one, man. Yeah, that's cool. I like green. You know, sea green. All right. So another purchase I need to do. Fire call coming out. I don't want a stainless steel one. That doesn't look good. Mm. That would look great in my house. Yeah, and this too. All right, let's just do that. Sweet. Oh yeah, and then that one looks great as well. So got a couple choices. I like the white. Yeah, white's cool. People say, "Oh, white's not good." Yeah, well, there we go. Whoops. Didn't mean to put that in the old list. Oh well. There we go. That works. Woohoo. Done and done. Okay. So, anyways, so the bottom line is, you know, um, things are things. Give me 1 second. Got to use the toilet. So, anyways, I had this documentary I was watching. I don't know what I was on, maybe part 2 or part 3 when I fell asleep, but you know. So, point is, people sit there and say, "Oh, poor Chloe, poor Chloe, poor Chloe." Yeah, well, not poor Chloe. Chloe made it, as her mom said. Chloe made her bed. Let her lie in it. Me, not poor Chloe. The coffee's still on. Yep, still on. It's poor Rita, because look how much crap Rita's got to go through. I make a big spread. I make leftovers every night of the week. What does Chloe do? Doesn't do anything. Wants to jerk off. Spend money. Scream and yell. Turns around and says, "Oh, I had to spend $100 for shoes." You don't need shoes because you wear Crocs around the house. Hides my shoes. And then takes all my quarters and says, "Oh, and then talks about wanting to go to Walmart to get a phone, right? As Kane knows about the phone debacle. So the other day, right, she says to me, "Can I use your phone?" "Yeah, sure, go for it," right? What she do? Stays up to 6 in the morning, jerking off and playing games. Goes to bed, gets up to 2, right? Turns around and says, and then, the other day I told her, I said, "You can trust Amazon. They usually deliver, except for a couple times over here." No, I can't do it, right? I need to buy an airplane ticket on Thursday. Then she doesn't buy the airplane ticket. Talk to the management company, working something out, but in the meantime, Chloe's not even trying, She calls this island a shithole island. People don't like her. Manager said, "Well, you need to follow the rules." So she says, "Oh, well, I'm a princess. You can't touch me. I'm a real woman." They're cheddar bratwurst, Higgins. You're watching. So another thing I need to get is toilet paper. I'll put that down on those paper towels again. Right, so. There. See? Current list. Right there. Right? So then she says to me, "I'm going to go to sleep so I can go to the go off island tomorrow, right? I need money for it." So I gave her money for it, cash. What'd she do? Sleeps in, gets up, then throws a fit. Right? Throws a fit, yeah. So let's talk about mental illness for a minute. Somebody gets $1,100 a month should basically make it last, right? But they can't. They were going to go to Walmart to get plenty of their pad thai and their chow mein from Walmart. They didn't even do it. Instead, they go to the food bank. What does the food bank give? Oranges. Mandarins. Eats it all. Doesn't like the chicken soup, so that's your stuff, right? I said, "Oh, look, we got some chili. I can make some chili dogs." "Oh, yeah, I got it on your dime." What she do? She opens up a chili and eats it. Says, "Oh, well, I need it more because I'm a woman." Eats my food and then turns around, She thinks the world owes her. The world doesn't owe her shit. Yeah. And yet, 16 days. I'm hoping to hear from Kildor soon. I'm hoping to hear from Higgins. You know. So what did I do? I get cash money from my side to make sure she goes to a mental hospital. I can work my magic. But what is she doing? She thinks she wants to challenge the manager about the sheriff. Wow, that kind of wrecked me because I didn't really sign my name off the lease. Really? And yet the son of a bitch turns around and doesn't want to do anything but makes you know makes threats. Oh wow, that place come to me. I'm gonna call it Antifa. She uses the Antifa card like she uses a crutch or a band-aid. No one cares, right? I mean, literally, no one cares, So, another thing that's funny, last night, I got your money put aside, have quarters in the safe. I'll give you a roll if you do laundry. What she do? I'm a real woman. I'm a real woman. She already took $50 in quarters out of my money this month, used it for hers. Then, as I was telling a friend, that we don't know where these 12 charges came from, right, on my account. Don't know what they're for or nothing. So, living as a prepper, you have to prep for all situations. That's what I'm doing. I'm thinking of it. Coffee grinder. Well, tell me how to fucking grind coffee. I'm going to do it for you. Truth is in the pudding, people. I think Zoe's right. We're dealing with a class 1 narcissistic person who's only thinking about themselves. Now, you want to hear the story of the funny part, right? She wants my phone for the last, 6 weeks that she's known. She's, 45 days, right? 45 days, right? Promises Higgins a gift card, does this, gets all this information of housing. She won't even pick up the phone to even call them. And then I say, oh, how's your housing coming? Well, I'm ready to go to Arizona. Well, good for you. Then buy a ticket. Well, I can't pay $29 and then $60 per bag. I can't afford that. First, she said she wants to go shopping and look for bags. Every day she goes to the thrift store. Every day she doesn't find suitcases. So what do I do the other day? I go online, right? And I said, this is a prepper's mentality. Oh, this is interesting. The Walmart doesn't have but anything but $40 phones. You could have got a $40 phone if you would. You could add music, texted me, checked on Moppy if you wish, but no. Then I said, then you said you needed this, this, and this. Walmart has it. Walmart has it. Walmart has it. Well, I need a suitcase. Walmart has it. Well, I don't have the money. So what are you gonna do? If you can't secure housing and you can't secure a mental hospital, which I'm paying for you to go so I can do some magic up here to help her as an advocate, while you're gonna tell them I need a group home because it doesn't matter. You told the state to fuck off. That's the problem. You told the state to fuck off, and you told the fucking state to fuck off 3 different times. They're not helping. They basically wrote a letter saying it was rude and crude, basically, to tell me to F off. Well, I need more than $75. Really? So you need $1,100, and yet you can't maintain $1,100 because you couldn't even basically prep properly. You can't make decisions. Thing is, and then I'm hearing rumors that she's been basically buying booze, little shooters, and then buying slushies and putting them in it and drinking it all the way home while getting drunk. And then be like, I'm so tired. Yeah. I mean, think about it. And you say, poor Chloe, poor Chloe. Really? So Chloe becomes an alcoholic thief, liar. And all you could say is, poor Chloe. That's amazing. Poor Chloe. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I turn around and, you know, the manager emails me and says, "Oh, can you handle this?" What was it? She asked me, "What's the arguments about?" Well, Chloe threw a fit about having the dishes not done in 6 days. She said 6 days for Easter. She says, "Do you have flies in your place?" Yeah. She's like, "I'm going to make a note that Chloe basically can't even keep perfect hygiene for an apartment." Why? Because the manager knows that Chloe can't maintain it. She opened her up a room and saw like 8 flies going, and the smell. And she said, "Oh my God, does Chloe even clean?" Nope. Chloe said, "I'm a real woman." I mean, it is what it is. I keep getting So basically, I was talking to Higgins the other day about radios, right? We're talking about ham radios, right? And he wants to spend like $200 for this ham radio, right? And I said, you don't need a ham radio. Well, thing is unless you're prepping properly, you don't need a ham radio, right? So one of the things I want to tell you is, if you remember yesterday's rant, right, where I said, um, that when you prep for all occasions. You don't sit there and not prep. Now, I have suitcases that are 20 plus years old, work really well. 30 years old, 20, 22 years maybe. I'm not giving them up. But the bottom line is, you know, so one of the things, that I'm talking about is, you know, responsibility, and the other is um, decision making. Right now, Higgins, he's helped me out immensely in decision making. So, one of my advocates and friends just messaged me. So, but anyways, my point is So, anyways, so yeah, so a lot of people ask me all the time, how is this fold into prepping? The Chloe problem. Well, think of it this way: Chloe doesn't want to prep. Chloe doesn't want to do anything. The other day, I specifically said, "Where's my receipt? I want to make sure that Chloe picked up her side of the toilet paper." Oh yeah, I bought it. Really. Doesn't tell me anything, but I'm assuming I bought it yet again because Chloe doesn't want to even buy toilet paper to wipe her ass. She thinks she's entitled to everything free. Well, one of our friends said when Chloe gets out, she's going to get a rude awakening, because of it. And that's the truth, I mean, literally, Chloe goes out, right? And I bought $20 in hamburger recently. 20, right? So the other day I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna have me a burger, right?" "Oh wow, I'm sorry, I gotta eat the burger meat you bought." So I buy food and you fucking eat it because you're entitled. Well, I'm a real woman and I need it. Literally. So I'm looking forward to Mm. So, anyways, bottom line, you got to ask yourself, right? So I'm sitting around, right? And I said to them, after payday, make a day, go to Walmart after Safeway. Okay. Scheduled all the times to lots. What they do? Oh, I come just like, I want the bad light. I was playing ESO. That's the best game in the world. You should play ESO with me. Yeah. They screw up, right? And what do? They don't go. They don't go to the tobacco shop. They don't go to Walmart for a phone. They don't go to Walmart for suitcases. They don't do anything. And then they say every night, "Oh yeah, this game's great." All of a sudden, it's the 15th. So I ask them, "Where are you standing on your finance?" "Oh, I don't have much money for an airplane ticket or a bus ticket." Well, where the fudge did your ticket money go? "Well, I had to buy food and I had to eat and then I had to do this, right?" So instead of spending 90 minutes or 60 minutes round trip going to King's and Marketplace, they just appear for 3 or 4 hours. Comes back and says, "Oh, I was over at the thrift store, but I know you don't prefer used 50-cent pair of panties because some old lady can award. So I just went out and bought you fresh panties." So I have my own opinions on used underwear. There's a line where I draw. I don't wear someone's socks and I don't wear someone's underwear. I mean, I've seen guys, right, on eBay buying used thigh highs and stuff. It's like, oh, some sexy woman shows it. Like, what if it was a former dude showing off their legs and you're buying their stockings so you can jerk off to the thigh highs you buy? I mean, I've seen a lot of crap in my life, people, and yet, as a prepper, no. And yet, I got all this stuff stacked up and ready to go. But guess what? Yeah. I mean, think about it. Turns around, and has triggers. Oh, you can't use the word no. You can't say no. You can't say I know. That triggered me. You can't. Her therapist said people need to use those words. Well, not in front of me, right? Yet if they're around, okay, here's the fucking fudging funny part about this. You sit there and you go out to dinner, right? And you have an advocate, like say Mel, and she's there, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I know, Rita." Chloe just sits there and goes, But as soon as no one's around, and then you got a guy or girl named Katie Mint who says, "Poor Chloe." So what happens is, I so anyways, so you got these people, right? Sorry, I was texting a friend of mine, a moderator. Higgins is happy. We talked about the Mr. Coffee grinders. That looks really good. I think Miss Coffee would just do the proper job. You know, I grew up with Miss Coffee a long time ago. As long as coffee doesn't get stuck in the bottom of the motor, we should be fine. But you can't complain. So one of my advocates, who's a friend of mine, said, that people need to realize that it's not poor Chloe. Yeah, it's poor Rita. I've had to deal with Chloe's lying, cheating, stealing, and laziness for 6 years, right? I mean, the advocates had a plan for Chloe. Chloe even refused the advocates. They made arrangements 6 months to a year ago. Chloe goes to mental hospital. She gets to keep her place. Gets medicated, goes to a psychiatrist. What did Chloe do? Chloe gave them the fucking bird, told them to fuck off. Now, Chloe's like, I'm gonna be homeless. And then Chloe threatens to kill herself. She's gonna be homeless. I mean, literally. I mean, literally, you guys sit there and you want to defend Chloe. And I assume you're going to defend Chloe and really ratchet up the attacks on me once Chloe leaves. You see, the point is there's too many people saying, "Oh, poor Chloe, poor Chloe." Really, Well, at least my pocketbook will be fine. But think about it from my point of view. All right. She turns around. She goes to the store every chance she gets because she needs her booze. And then the other day I said to her, I need more popcorn. So I got a pound of popcorn and not much popcorn to pop with. Right? What does she do? She makes popcorn for herself and then says, oh, well, I gotta borrow some next month. Never replaces what they take. You know? I don't even know where my bag of popcorn went. You know? I mean, think about it from my point of view, people. I mean, literally, you know. I mean, literally. I was gonna make a joke, but but you guys know he has pooed in the cup, so I can't make the joke. So he did poo once in my beer, though. Little bun pooed in my beer. Mama Pee Wee at the time said, I can finally say I've seen a bunny crap in someone's beer, you know. See, the point I'm trying to make to you guys is I diversify, right? I went through the today's news really quickly and find anything. Meanwhile, I hear, oh, you're going to watch that stupid show. You're going to watch that stupid show. You're going to watch that stupid show. So, last night, right, they complained, right? Last night, it was fun, right? So, I tell Higgins I'm waiting for dinner, right? I gotta wait for dinner because everything's dirty. Now there's lots of pots and pans in my my tub, and there's flies in there. And I specifically said, if you're going out, go to the Ace and get me some Raid flying insect, right? Right, I like Ace, right? And I asked her the other day, picking up some more batteries, right? Hold on a second. I need this back to my 100%, okay? So what happens? She turns around, wants to sign in. I'm always signing into my password. Your password is right. Okay, so they're trying to sell electric powered lawnmowers now. Ace are like, Ace, pure electric lawnmowers. I'm sorry, but trying to force me to buy an electric lawnmower. I'm gonna have to refuse because the lawnmower won't go too far, and I need a lawnmower that can drive me all over the place like a golf cart. Actually, I got something to share with Higgins eventually. I want to get his opinion on it, but anyways. All right, so one of the things I want. All right, so one of the things I want to share with you, right, is right, I want some Raid, right? So I'm gonna look for some Raid, right? So what I need is in stock. There. So what I'm looking for is there's ant and roach. Here we go. Raid insect killer, right? 18-ounce can. That's the thing. I think I do that, right? Or is it? Let me look real quick. I think it's flying insect. I don't remember. Could have been could have been the Ace can that we got. Let me go look real quick. It's under the sink. I really need to buy some more. then, okay, so I looked at it. It's definitely Raid. So, $7.99 a can. Okay. So one of the things I want to share with you, right, is this. So I was minding my own business, right, and um, I was looking, right. Let me see if I can find it cheaper on Amazon. There we go. Raid. Currently $26.99 for 3 packs. See, there we go. That's what I was thinking about right there. You know, here's a 6-pack. That ain't bad either. But you see, this is the stuff that I use on Amazon, right? So if you know you're getting a deal, then you just buy the can, right? That's too much money. Pack of 12. Ooh, I can never run out of it then, you know. So a lot of people say to me, oh, well, you know, you should do this and try a fruit fly trap. I don't want a fruit fly trap. There's a hot shot flying insect. Yeah. Oh, that ain't bad. Those are small cans. My cousin bought me plenty of that recently. Before I got home, she bought me some stuff, and there we go. So it's like Raid. It's one of those things that you might want to get. This is a pack of 4. That ain't bad. People say to me, "Oh, Rita, what are you gonna do with it?" Simple. I'll buy it as I need. This is a clean, fresh scent. 4 weeks. Hold on. This cannot be shipped to your location. Don't you just love that? You're like, you cannot. Oh, here's that stuff I think Dinky bought me. Kills roaches and flies. It's called a fogger. So apparently you got to air. Oh, yeah. See that? You cannot send this to your own. That's the thing. Don't you just love how you look at that, right? And it says that you may not buy this for your home. And you're like, you're like a wasp and hornet thing, you don't need that. And you know what's really bad about this whole Raid thing? You spray the entire room where the bugs are, right? And then you turn around, right? And you say to, like I was telling Dad the other day, right? So I said to Dad the other day, you use the spray can, make sure it doesn't blow into, any area with the dog or the dog's food or the bun. And what happens? They still live. It's like they leave the room and then come back to it. So then you spray the room again, and you're like, I'm getting rid of you turkeys. And then you do it again. Okay. And then, I want browsing history because I want to see something real quick. Okay, so, I'm going to look at the Raid, the multi-pack of Raids, because if it says, we cannot send it to your location, that's going to really stink. Okay, so this is shipped not by Amazon. This is not shipped by Amazon. This ain't shipped by Amazon. This ain't shipped by Amazon. And this one's shipped by Amazon, but it's for something else. This says, this item cannot be shipped in your location. Really? So apparently, they're telling me I can't buy a 3-pack, but I got to pay more money and buy it through a company that, yeah. See, can you believe that? So you live in the middle of the sticks, and they're like, just go buy it at Ace. Go buy it at Ace and buy it at Ace. This is why you'll prep all the time. You prep and you know what's going on, because then you don't have to worry about the other day I was looking at a razor, right? It says, we cannot ship this razor to you. And I was like, what the hell, I mean, literally. And it was funny as hell, So the other day, Chloe picks up this razor for me, right? And she's like, oh, yeah, this razors are really good. It's going to do great for you, and you can buy replacements. They're only like $20 for the replacement cartridge. I get the razor, put it on, use my legs. They got it and bleed, and then it breaks. So then I use my old razor again, and a couple days later, I got stubble on my legs. And next bath, use the other blade. Again. After 2 tries, finally turned around and said Dollar Shave is nothing. Dollar Shave Club is crap. Emailed them. I said, this is what broke. Oh, well, you're not supposed. I said, oh, really? So you're not supposed to use it, right? There's people out there that are now complaining that they're basically shaving their face supposedly, like in the damn thing, the little hole, the clips hole, you gotta go. I mean, that is just shoddy workmanship for a Chinese-made piece of crap. And then, you sit there and you think, why? And then Chloe's like, oh, well, And then here's the other funny part. You buy out of your own money 2 cans of shaving cream and 2 cans of shaving gel. I use the shaving cream or the gel for my legs, right? As a prepper. So then I buy 12 cans of shaving gel and 12 cans of shaving cream. One day I go into my prepping storage area and I said, where's my shaving gel? Oh, well, I'm a real woman. I have to have my legs shaved every day. So you not only steal my razor blades, you're stealing my shaving cream. You won't buy toilet paper. You won't buy fucking paper towels. You fucking make me wipe with fucking, the other day the manager and I were talking, right? And the other day I was talking to the manager, right? Funny story. Manager said, I'm glad to help you with the paper towels. I said, did you hear the story? And she said, no. So the other day, right? I go into my room looking for my preps. A couple items. She said, really? Toilet paper. Gone. Paper towels. Gone. So the manager said, what did you do? I said, I had to wipe with white computer sheet paper, the rough on the butt, utility paper you put in your printer. She says, oh, no. I said, then I'd put it in the trash can. And every night I'd take the trash out bag, fill the bag up, take it out so it doesn't stink the apartment. Chloe didn't care. Chloe just hopped in the shower. Big old clumps of crap would go down the drain. She says, this isn't good. The drain could clog from the tub. Well, Chloe doesn't care. I said, Chloe will dump. I said the other day, Chloe was making bacon, right? She says, uh-oh. Instead of putting it in the sink or I had a can labeled bacon grease. I said, just dump it in. And what you do? Dumps in the toilet. Oh, yeah, it'll go down in the sewage treatment line. So then I tell her, why don't you Google and YouTube videos of clogged toilets with grease, right? Grease can't get all the way to the treatment plant, so it's starting to grease up the pipes. She turns around and said, that's another reason why Chloe's got to go, because Chloe's damaging the property. If the pipes ever have to be replaced, whose fault is it? I said, not mine. And then she asked me the other day about something. I said, oh, we'll get it taken care of when Chloe leaves. She said, in the meantime, I can't do anything because Chloe won't fucking do anything. I said, I have to, So I said, this has to be done, right? And then she asked me about the other day. She walked past my office, the windows open. She saw a pile of clothes. I said, oh, yeah, some of the bitch has laundry, pants, and shirts. Doesn't hang them up, just piles them in. Oh, I'm a real woman. A real woman doesn't just live in piles and then throws a fit when they can't find a crusty pair of shorts. Can't find my shorts. Can't find my shorts. I mean, literally. And then people say, ooh, poor Chloe. Really, poor Chloe. She can't find her damn shorts. So, then you have all these people, poor Chloe, poor Chloe, poor Chloe, poor Chloe. Literally, poor Chloe. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Interesting is poor Chloe. Then Chloe says, well, I can't buy your phone. You're going to have to buy it for me. So what did Me and Higgins, what did Dad tell me last night? He says, "Oh, buy the phone, hold on to it, or just cancel the order." Chloe doesn't need a phone because if Chloe can't get off her ass to use this one while she's here for freaking um, for calling housing, right? She hasn't even made a concerted effort to call housing, right? I've called every place. Oh, you guys got applications? Are you subsidized? Oh, you are? Okay. Where are you guys located? Okay, you're in Seattle. Okay, yeah, our main office is over here. Okay, I'll come and get some applications. If we pay the background fee for $50, can it be used for all of the applications for men because they're on fixed income? Oh, yeah, they can. Great. That's great. Like, what is code? Oh, I can't call because I gotta play ESO and then I gotta listen to music and then I gotta watch YouTube and so can you call for me? Do I look like a freaking you know? Yep. So anyways, I tell an advocate friend about this other thing. So one of my friends said to me, "Well, how's Chloe doing on housing? What she ain't trying." Higgins and I basically made a joke the other day on the phone, right? He and I joked that Chloe's had 45 days. Even my cousin Dinky said, "How's that coming along?" 45 days. Chloe calls up in the afternoons after 2, and they're like, "Oh, they're closed. I'll call tomorrow. Oh, they're closed on Friday. I'll call Monday." What's Chloe do? I mean, literally, I just got a heads up on something. Okay, let me use the toilet real quick. I'll tell you the heads up because I think it's entertaining at least. So the heads up, well, I'll tell you, and if you guys want to comment, that's fine. So the heads up I got right were that they're going to try to make everyone feel bad for them for the next 4 weeks. Uh, anyways, let me use the can real quick. Oh. Yeah, exactly, Mm. So Higgins said to me, "Holy crap, $29 for an airplane ticket. Chloe can lose that one." But Chloe won't leave, you see. The problem is Chloe won't leave due to the fact that Chloe's won't be able to carry her bags. It's like $60 per bag. Give me 1 second. Oh, okay. I'm feeling better now that I used the can again. All right, peeps. So for you preppers out there, oh, this is great. Uh, yeah. So Higgins, you know what? I should email Higgins. So he's like, holy crap, $29. That's cheap. Problem with the $29 jobby is, um, it doesn't include baggage. That's saying it's $29 just for yourself. Now, I could show you a few things, but if I do, I'm going to keep it at 100. Um, so first of all, I want this to this to this, right? So, for example, remember the $29 plane, right? You know what we're talking about? Let me show you this. Okay. All right. So I'm already scrolling, right? You guys get to see it in 100%, not, you know, 300%. Remember, I showed you the Greyhound bus ticket, right? $29, cheapest next. Okay. Now look at this, right? I can actually go back right here. See? So, right? One carry on baggage, $58 to $60. First checked baggage, 54 to 60, right? So you get the cheapest flight, but you don't get carry on baggage, right? But they don't have the funds. So let's go to the $89 jobby, right? Or $88, right? What do you get? Standard first check baggage, $30. One free carry on, right? First class, $349. They could have went first class and got two free checked bags, one free carry on, but they chose not to. So main cabin, $119. You see where I'm going with this? I hope you guys can see this. Nah, great. I'm gonna have to turn up the. Can you see that now? 150. Yeah, basically barely. Let's see if we crank this up some more. There. Now maybe can you see that? Yeah. Okay. So as you can see, it's at $89, right? And it talks about main cabin, right? 119 and 349 first. Now, what if I don't want that, right? Let's go back. I'll show you the next one. The Delta. The Delta. Definitely the Delta, right? 89 for Delta, right? Here's the next one, right? First carry, $30. Main cabin, 119. First class, 259. See? Two free, right? So this would give them access for priority boarding, free change, possible difference, fare difference, one free carry on, two check bags, right? They don't have the suitcases. You see where I'm going with this? Now they can't go by train because train doesn't go there, but they think going by bus would be cheaper. But because bus is always, so the bottom line is Higgins is like, holy crap, it's cheaper. Yeah, but that's not including baggage. So one of the things I was talking to a friend of mine is tactics, Oh, Higgins, you are funny today. I'm gonna have to call him eventually, but funny Higgins, fucking funny teeth, Okay. So one of the things I was telling a friend of mine, right, is if Chloe goes to a mental hospital, we might be able to fix things. But Chloe has to go before 30th because once they put her in the hospital, she's there until payday, okay? And then she has to make the decision to stay or go, right? To stay, she's going to have to basically beg the social worker to deal with me and to deal with the management. But if she decides to stay and challenges the manager, she could be threatening the cops and being put under handcuffs. So the tactical thing to do, since I've already paid, and she's like, well, I'm waiting for my phone. But you didn't pay for the phone. Hell, you can't even pay for anything. I'm already broke, almost broke because I don't know what 12 charges are. And you hide things, and then you turn around and you're like, you know, like today she's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I can't have my bath and then take care. The thing is, you use the shower as your fucking damn. You use the shower, then you do the shower, then you fucking walk the dog. And last night I walked Moppy a couple times. And Chloe's like, why are you doing it? And then what happens? Moppy leaves big old logs outside her door. Right outside her door. She walks out. Moppy, how could you? I'm like, I took him 3 times, you took him 3 times. Maybe he's angry with us, Maybe his keeping us up all night for, hey, Mom, I got to take a nasty old shit, Ooh. Anyways, the joke is, so she turns around, right? And I said, if you go to a mental hospital, maybe we can fix things, But she doesn't even want to try, She's like, no, And yet, the thing is, she has to want to try. She doesn't want to try it. She literally told her therapist, oh, you're only here to milk me for a cash cow, cash cow, cash cow. And the therapist said, do you think the place you're going to that's the GLBT friendly place, this Pride House, is gonna really accept mental illness? Well, I won't tell them. So you won't tell them you have mental illness, you're gonna expect them to. I mean, think about it, people. Think about it. I mean, literally, she yells and screams at me this morning. I told her, look, you're out of here because of your temper. Fuck you, F you, F you, F you, F you. Why? Because you can't control that damn tongue of yours? I mean, if you go to the mental hospital and say, yeah, I got kicked out of my home. Well, why'd you get kicked? Because I told the manager to F off. I mean, literally, that there would tell the hospital there's a red alert, and I could talk, I mean, literally. So, thing is I've been trying for 6 years, okay? My 6 years is coming to an end. But my 6 years is coming to an end, people. Oh, channel subtitles, I must have hit something else. Yeah. So, I always like looking at this, So, what does that tell you exactly? I'll tell you what it means exactly, right? It means that people are, people emailed me the other day and said, "Oh, I'm a new subscriber. I know people like Chloe, I'd like to know more. What are you going to do?" Nothing. You see, unless Chloe tactically and purposely basically uses the phone to call for housing instead of wanking off and basically, let me put it to you this way. Higgins and I were talking the other day, right? And the manager and I had a nice conversation. She's like sister to me. No complaints with the manager yet. So what happens with Chloe, right? Manager goes to court. Letter comes out, apparently. Chloe said, I heard this from the neighbor. Manager says, Rita wants Chloe off the lease. Well, let's just say between four advocates, they said to save my housing, Chloe's got to go. And so what happens? Chloe's got to leave. Right? So people say to me, "Oh, well, we'd like to hear the story." I don't want to give the story every freaking day, okay? I had a guy turn around yesterday and say, "Oh, what are you going to do? How come Chloe's leaving? You need to defend her." Simple. I don't need to defend a useless, used, and abusing piece of crap who abuses people. Look, her mom literally says, "I'm done dealing with the user and abuser. If they turn around and end up on my door, I'm putting him in the state mental hospital for 6 to 12 months so they can get better." Mom's answer. They made their bed lying. If they're going to be homeless under a bridge, let them. They have several choices they got to make themselves. So I emailed their mom and said, "Do you think they can take care of themselves?" She said, "Hell no. They rely on everyone too much." So what happens? That's it, right? So then people sit there and say, poor Chloe. Really? So the other day, me and Higgins was talking, right? I said, "Do you think it's poor Chloe?" Brother Higgins said, "No. They made their bed, let them lie in it." So Higgins asked me, "Is there a one-way rental, right?" So first of all, if you're going to be taking a U-Haul ride, they charge you for the rental, right? So say you want to go from Washington to Arizona in a van, right? And he was just asking me, all right, let me find the two things I want, right? So say I'm sending Chloe, right? Right. So we want one way, right? Pickup location is, let's just say, I saw, hold on. Knew this a long time ago. Okay, let's just say 98201. 98201. Okay, so 98201. There we go. Drop off is, there we go. Pickup date, let's just say it's pickup date's the 11th, right? Okay. All right, let's just do this, right? All right, so it'll tell us right there, right? Higgins is like, "Oh, well, how much?" So here you go, right? So let me just show you this, okay? I want to show you guys this, okay? So Higgins turns around and says, "Oh, can you rent a car?" No, they usually don't have long-range cars, okay? So you have to look at a truck, right? Or a U-Haul, for example, right? So let me just show you this, okay? So he asked about U-Haul one way from that to, let's just say, Arizona, right? $1,700. See, $1,700 just for a small truck. $1,800 for a one-bedroom home or two-bedroom apartment. Two-bedroom, 20-foot truck, $2,600. 26-foot truck. Let me just tell you about the old 26-footers, right? Length inside dimension, fully loaded truck is it's now they're using Ford chassis. Oh yeah, that's right. So Chloe drove a 26-foot truck, fully loaded to the gill, from Moses Lake to here, and drove on the ferry. Right, the truck is a gas guzzling V10 Triton, and its overall length is 36 feet. Now, see where it says not available for your move, 8-foot pickup truck, 9-foot cargo van. You can buy it. She can contain herself. See? So it says right there. So what's that tell you? So I guess they got rid of the 24-foot trucks finally and downsized to the 26 to the 20s. Yeah, it works for me, man, but still, right? Vehicle. So does that answer your question, Higgins? Costs more money to, there. I just want to share that with you so you guys think I'm not looking at all the items. And if he does have an idea, how about a Chinese? So Higgins says we call it in there by Chinese hot air balloon. Well, thing is she's going to have to go to the hospital, okay? And the only way for her to go there is just get it done. So if she basically waits and doesn't do anything and allows this place to go to crap, then she leaves. Okay, so let me explain the calendar thing for you, right? Let's just pull up Google Calendar for a minute, right? Get this done right away. Okay. So it goes like this, right? So today is the 15th. 2 weeks is the 29th, so you got 15 days, right? Oh, yeah, it's 15 days till she leaves, right? She's got to leave by Sunday the 30th by 5 p.m., okay? So, if she goes to a mental hospital anytime next week, okay, I'll explain it to you in a second. Give me 1 second. Okay, so here we go, peeps. So if she goes out on the 17th, right, they could discharge her on May 1st, which is not a good idea, right? But if she goes on May 18th, they can discharge her on the 2nd. So if she goes on May 19th, they can discharge her at the latest, the 3rd. So here's what you got to do, right? Pay attention here. So what you got to do is today's the 15th, so the weekend goes away, right? She's going to have to get her affairs in order, like prepping. So remember, they discharge on the 1st. So the earliest she could go in is the 19th. But problem is they could hold her for a week and then discharge her, right? So what does she do? She goes in the 19th. They could discharge her the 3rd. That's the latest, right? They could discharge her before that, right? So if she goes in on the 20th, they could discharge her on the 27th or the 4th, right? Then, if she goes in on the 21st, they discharge her on the 5th. So, what do? You basically build yourself a plan, right? Goes like this. She goes, hold on. Can we actually move it one day? Okay, here we go. All right, nope. So, she goes on the 25th, or goes in the 24th. Her earliest, if they want to depart her 5 to 7 days, is May 1st, right? So if she goes in on the 26th, she gets out the 2nd at the earliest, or the 9th, right? So then if she goes in on the 26th, earliest is the 3rd or the 10th. She goes in on the 4th, she gets in, the 27th, earliest is the 4th, or she could be discharged on the 11th. Now, if she goes in on the 28th, earliest she can be discharged is the 5th or the 12th. Manager said, right now, because Chloe's temper is getting the best of all the neighbors, she has to be about the 30th of April. No fighting, right? Or the sheriff comes in. She leaves on the 28th. That'll be her window, pretty much, unless she spends all her money. And then you guys know what happens. So we're shooting for the 28th. That gives me time to get recerted and to talk to the manager directly, because I know a lot of you pissmires keep telling me that Chloe doesn't deserve to be kicked out. Well, that's your opinion. I believe Chloe deserved it. You see, when you have someone who basically turns around and goes to Advocate 1's office, gets a no trespass order for life, and then turns around, tells Advocate 2, 3, and 4's office to F off, and they're communist bastards, and then tells the hospital to F off, and then turns around and basically tells the manager to F off. You got to ask yourself, okay, as one of my advocates said today, do you guys even know the whole story of Chloe? No. I've had to deal with her temper for 6 years. It's time for me to move on. And yet, the only way she could save herself currently is a mental hospital, while I make some arrangements through other things. I mean, look, let me tell you a story for all you, okay? All you Chloe lovers out there. All right, let me just tell you a story, okay? For 6 years, I've dealt with all this crap. Mental hospitals and mental clinics, they didn't want to deal with it. They want to dump it back in my lap. Well, people told me only way to get rid of Chloe is if Chloe gets herself removed from the lease. Manager said enough's enough, kicked her out after being told to F off. So you want to sit there and say, oh, well, it's Rita's fault. Really? For someone who steals, lies, and cheats and owes me so much money for all the bills they've never paid, and I got to write it off because they're too mentally ill to handle their own finances, and they're too mentally ill to, and yet they lie, they cheat, they steal, they do illegal stuff. It's not my job to take care of them. They need a caretaker. Her ex-roommate said she needs a caretaker. Other people around town said she needs a caretaker. Chloe could have had a caretaker or someone who could look after her in an apartment or assisted living or a group home. Chloe told them to F off. She wanted more money to her name. Only way Chloe's going to get out of this unscathed is if she goes to the mental hospital. I mean, think about it. I mean, the last time she ran to the mental hospital because she was upset that she was making out with a black kid. Now she's going there because, well, her mom's exact words to me recently where Chloe made her own bed. I'm done being used and abused. You're done being used and abused. It's time for someone else to take the lead. I mean, think about it. Chloe gets fired because she basically claims her temper got the best of her. I've seen the reports through different channels. Chloe got mad and violently angry and told them all to F off. Yeah, that's why she got fired. She likes to use the F-bomb more than me, apparently. And yet, I'm here telling you all the story. Yet again, she told the manager to F off. And she told the manager to her face that she doesn't like this crap hole island and that everyone's against her, including the manager, and they should all F off. Tells me you got problems here. Now Chloe's basically regretting it. But guess what? The only way to fix her regret is to go get help. Chloe doesn't want to get help. You see, people email me and say, "Oh, you're the bad person. You're holding Chloe back." Really? So if I'm the bad person, right, the therapist basically turned around and told the therapist that she's going to Chloe outright, that Chloe's going to have to, do take care of herself. Which reminds me, I want to send Higgins a quick thing. So I just told Higgins that I'm thinking about when Moppy goes, replacing Moppy when he goes, it's not time yet, with a doggy. Yeah, see what he thinks. He. Now I want to go over to scent because I want to see this for a second. Oh man, I like that. That is cool, man. Sorry, I want to get Higgins. All right, so the bottom line is, all right, is tactically, this is the only way to save Chloe currently. Chloe is, her therapist contacted me and said the only way to get Chloe truly saved is by a mental hospital. Chloe goes down the path of the mental illness and hides it from people. Eventually, show up. She'll be kicked out of this place, right, in Arizona. Problem is so. Point being is, you got to ask yourself, how much are you willing? So, a lot of people sit there and they enjoy, seeing, hearing and learning, and then you have people like funny. So one of the things I want to tell you about is Yeah, well, went for Higgins. He just sent me something about Pee Wee's Big Adventure. So, my point is, everything has to be prepped. Okay, let's get down to that part, all right? You're prepping, right? You had 45-day window to get everything in order, right? Let me use the toilet. So, if we got 45 days, right? And you're getting ready to move, or you think you're going to move. Anyways, so my point being is you prep, right? You have a 45-day window. What do? You don't spend all your money. You prep. You buy. You go to Walmart. You buy your suitcases. You buy your phone. You get everything in order. And then on payday, right? She thought, oh, well, the letter is going to make the manager resign so I can stay here. Nah, I don't know. And I don't care. Because frankly, it doesn't work that way. Because poor Chloe, right? Poor Chloe. No. Point is, not poor Chloe. That's the thing. Yep. Yeah. So the point being is, for all of you out there, you say poor Chloe, I say not poor Chloe. Yeah, 45-day window. What do you expect me to do, right? Let me tell you a story. All right. I gave Chloe top-notch numbers to call. The ACLU, lawyer groups, the Department of Justice, all these places that would take care of her, right? What happened? Not one damn thing. Yeah, not one damn thing. She calls him and she says, oh, I got a file online. Get it done. What does she do? And plays a computer game. So it tells you she's dragging this out as long as possible. Yeah. And I am sitting here. So 45 days. She's got 15 days left. She's used 30 days at 45. Hasn't called much housing. Hasn't contacted the Department of Justice. Hasn't contacted the ACLU. Haven't contacted anyone. Tell a lawyer group. What does the lawyer group say? We're not taking this case. One lawyer group. Why? Because they don't see it's justified. Because that's the way they run things. They don't want to take it. Why? We don't know. Could be they got the information from the manager and they said, well, we're not dealing with someone who's abusive. Literally. Coley claims they didn't give any notices on the door of 10-day comply or vacate. These people said, oh, well, we'll look into it. Looked into it and said, no, we're not touching that case. Didn't give a reason, just says we're not touching it. Last time she went to a meeting, she told the manager that she would literally get mental help. The mental help, then she claims they're not helping her. She didn't even give it a chance. Yeah. And now, this program, what is she going to do? Where's she going to go? That's things. Let's just see the comments on this. I like seeing comments from time to time. What is he talking? Hmm. 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 Oh yeah, some of these comments are great. This is funny. Anyways, I'm not gonna go watch everything he said, but it is funny, because you got a guy who tells the truth, and that's what I like about that guy's YouTube channel. But people sit there and they say to me, "Oh, Rita, you know how hard it is when people sit there and they think Chloe's a victim, and yet Chloe sits there and lies, cheats, steals, and then basically gets 45-day window to figure out what to do. Spends 30 bit gaming, not using the phone, and then expects mommy dearest to help. Mom says, nope, I'm done. And then I turns around, and goes to the therapist, and the therapist says, nope, can't help you. You had a chance. You threw it away because we had special requirements for you. Go to a mental hospital. Chloe says, oh, well, I can't do it till almost the end of the month so I can, stay in there so when I get out, I have my money. But in the meantime, look at that crap. Always something stupid. Hmm. Hmm. So, what happens? Well, I don't know. But, you know, to me, we all have to just adjust. Yeah. I have to adjust by buying a coffee grinder and some other items next month. Every item gets me closer to the final goal. Ooh, this looks cool. What's this? Military canteen. 2-quart capacity. That's cool. That's really cool. Hmm. That seems cool. So, anyways, we use the restroom. Well, peeps, I think it's time, since not many people are watching, to say my final bit. So here goes. You must prep, and prep hard, and plan for every contingency in the book for any type of emergencies. Because you need to prep. Prep hard and prep fast. Because something can happen at any given time. The second thing I want to say is, if you're in a situation like Chloe, you must prep. You must not just sit there and sit on your ass for 30 days and do nothing. And then think you can just go to Arizona when you have no money to go to Arizona. See, when you prep because you want to prep. You need to prep. Buy everything you need and get it in order. Because frankly, that's how it works. You see, I believe, if you're going to have a window like this, you must prep. And prep hard. And not give up. Because at the end of the day, I would have basically already had suitcases lined up, ticket purchased, and phone calls made. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Why? Because they can't make the decisions. They can't make decisions. They can't make decisions. And, well, now they're screwed. Think about it. Yep. 45 days. Now they're down to 15. Next 15 days is going to be hard on Chloe because, when they said poor Chloe, well, let's just say yes, poor Chloe, because Chloe didn't do it. It didn't. So, point being is we have to prepare for the worst. You see, I'm going to do my best, all right, people, to get everything set up for Chloe. So you guys don't say poor Chloe. A lot of people say Chloe needs a caretaker. Well, I agree. The butler answered. That's funny. So, anyways, like I said, people, I will keep you informed. I'm going to have to go watch a movie while my volume's up loud so I can use it without any problems before I lose my mind, on other issues. So, there, I feel better. So, in the meantime, I'm going to put a movie in. I got this movie lined up that I wanted to watch. It's 3 hours. Higgins was throwing a fit about it last night. And afterwards, I will have supper, which will be cheese sausages or pot pies or cheese smoked sausages. I got plenty to eat. So, in the meantime, I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. I don't do a Sunday edition unless there's a lot of news, so I won't comment. Tomorrow is my call with my sister finally after 2 weeks. Easter was last week, so I better get my movie started and let Chloe do her chores and laundry and everything else. So I will keep you guys informed. I want to thank Higgins for digging me up a coffee grinder, and that's another purchase I got to make. And we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, everyone. And, please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion, hit the like, subscribe button. So some fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. The bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button. Keep the comments nice as always. Thank you, and God bless you in everything you do.